As you can see, this road is basically a track, not really used by many vehicles, and probably not used at all through the winter, I suspect, since it's an unmaintained road. It's very interesting habitat. We're cutting through some deciduous forest right now, but we've been going through patchy cedar alvar habitat, as well as fields, both agricultural fields and regenerating fields. Probably some interesting plant species through here if you could get off the trail and look, but of course it's all private land on each side. And the mosquitoes are thick today, so you'd have to come prepared with repellent or something, which I didn't. I was expecting this road to be more going through more open country based on the air photos or the Google Earth image I looked at. You can see here we're walking through an area of very shallow soil over limestone bedrock. You can see here on the road there's virtually a few inches on either side of it, soil. When I look off into the woods here, I can see some fairly large limestone boulders. The prairie smoke, or Geum triflorum, is just coming to the end of its bloom cycle here. They occur on Alvar-like habitat, which is shallow soils over limestone bedrock. And right here at this location there's a good amount of it. Scattered through this cedar savanna type habitat. Here's a real nice little alvar patch showing the prairie smoke and the balsam ragwort. Balsam ragwort being the yellow plant in bloom in here, which I think you can probably see to some degree. Very nice springtime flowers. Here's the balsam ragwort up close. Yeah, this trail or track, whatever you want to call it, turned out to be quite an interesting walk through 2.5 kilometers of quite natural landscape. Some interesting habitats and species along here. Here's some Herb Robert. Nice little pink flowers growing out of the rock, as it often does. Limestone bedrock cracked here into big chunks. This is one of these walks that for me bring back a lot of happy memories from the time when I was a kid, and I'd spend hours going along trails like this near my house, bird watching, learning the birds for the first time in a lot of cases. Good memories here, even though I've never been on this road before, but I guess it can take the place of all my childhood roads that are now almost certainly long gone. They were little tracks between forest fragments where I grew up, and a lot of those areas now are totally developed, so they exist only in my memory. Luna found herself a little rubber spring from a trailer. I just glanced up down this trail and a nice fisher came right out on the trail and looked at us for a second, then ran the other way and off into the woods. Now the dogs smell it. She wouldn't want to meet that fisher face to face. Our dogs are generally pretty timid of things anyhow. They've learned to respect porcupines and keep their distance. And I train them regularly to not touch animals that we get close to, such as snakes and turtles and things. So there we have it, another adventure in trail hiking. Friday, June 4th. It's about 25 degrees and humid right now. Occasional sunshine. And over the next few days we're supposed to be getting up into the 30s, so it's going to be getting fairly hot here for the next few days. Luckily we got almost an inch of rain at our house Wednesday night into Thursday. We hadn't had rain for probably 3.5 weeks or 4 weeks. Things are getting really dry. So ends another hike as we come out of the wilder section of this trail and track back into the more agricultural and settled landscapes of southern Ontario. That walk was very nice.